When the most decorated female general in the army collapsed during a ceremony, 22 of the world's best doctors couldn't find what was wrong. Her life was slipping away minute by minute, until a janitor, a single dad no one noticed, saw something everyone else missed. Cut to the janitor's face, eyes full of pain, determination, and something deeper, as he stands at the door, mop in hand, whispering to himself, "I've seen this before. I just hope I'm not too late." General Elena Brooks was a legend, a 4-star general known for her strength, discipline, and compassion. She had led rescue missions, rebuilt war-torn towns, and stood tall as a symbol of courage for countless young soldiers. But on a bright Monday morning, during an award ceremony celebrating her service, something went wrong. As she stepped up to the podium, her vision blurred. Her speech slurred mid-sentence. Then she collapsed. Gasps filled the auditorium. The audience, hundreds of soldiers, froze as medics rushed in. Within minutes, she was taken to St. Arlington Military Hospital. The news spread like wildfire. General Brooks in critical condition, cause unknown. Top specialists were called, neurosurgeons, cardiologists, military doctors, even consultants from abroad. Each one ran tests, brain scans, heart monitors, blood work. Everything looked normal. Dr. Klein, the head physician, muttered under his breath, "This makes no sense. 22 doctors and we can't even diagnose her." Days turned into weeks. Elena lay motionless in the ICU, connected to machines, her breathing shallow. The once invincible general was now a fragile patient everyone had given up on. Everyone except one man. A quiet janitor, widowed, raising his 8-year-old daughter Lily alone. He worked the night shift, cleaning floors no one noticed, passing rooms filled with doctors who didn't even learn his name. But Sam wasn't just a janitor. Before life crushed him, he'd been a paramedic trainee years ago. He'd left his dream behind after losing his wife during childbirth, when a hospital's negligence destroyed his faith in medicine. Still, he couldn't stop caring. Every night, as he cleaned near General Brooks's ward, he'd pause for a moment looking at her through the glass. Something about her reminded him of his late wife, the strength, the quiet fire. He began praying silently. "If there's something I can do, just show me." One night around 2 a.m., while mopping the hallway, Sam noticed something strange. One of the monitors next to her bed flickered, not from error, but pattern. Every few minutes, the reading spiked, then dropped. The rhythm felt familiar. His eyes widened. He'd seen this before, years ago, when a patient suffered from a rare reaction to a preservative used in IV fluids. It didn't show up on regular blood tests, only specialized allergy scans. He walked to the nurse's station, nervous but determined. "Sam." "Ma'am, I think the general might be allergic to—" "Nurse," interrupting. "Sir, this is a restricted area. Please go back to your cleaning duties." "Sam, I know. But her monitor, it's showing the same pattern I saw in a patient once." Nurse. "You're a janitor, not a doctor." Sam's words were dismissed. But he couldn't shake the feeling. He went home that morning, exhausted, but he couldn't sleep. He stared at his daughter Lily eating breakfast, and she asked innocently, "Daddy, why do people stop helping when they can still try?" The question hit him like a bullet. He decided he wouldn't stop trying. The next night, Sam printed old notes from his paramedic training and brought them secretly to the hospital. He compared the patterns from the general's monitor to his notes. It matched exactly. He snuck into the storage area, checked the IV fluid bag labels, and there it was. Contains sodium metabisulfite, the same preservative that caused severe systemic collapse in rare allergic patients. His heart pounded. He ran to Dr. Klein's office, knocking frantically. "Sam, please, just give me 5 minutes. I think I know what's wrong with General Brooks." Dr. Klein, angrily. "You again? You realize how insane this sounds? You think you know more than 22 doctors?" "Sam, no, sir. But I know what I saw." The doctor sighed, ready to dismiss him, until Sam pulled out an old case file. It was a medical report. The same rare reaction, identical symptoms. Dr. Klein froze. His professional pride battled with disbelief, and then curiosity. He decided to test Sam's theory just to prove him wrong. But the results proved Sam right. Within hours, they replaced the IV fluid with a preservative-free solution. Monitors stabilized. Blood pressure rose. For the first time in weeks, the general's eyes fluttered open. The impossible had happened. When General Brooks regained full consciousness, she was told what had happened. A single-dad janitor, the man who cleaned her room, had seen what no one else did. She requested to meet him personally. Sam stood nervously at her bedside, cap in hand. She smiled faintly. General Brooks, you saved my life. How did you even notice something the experts didn't? Sam, I didn't notice. I remembered. I just couldn't stand by and watch someone else slip away. Tears filled her eyes. She asked about his life, about Lily, and when she learned of his story, she did something extraordinary. She recommended him for a full medical scholarship through the military's Special Civilian Training Program. Months later, Sam traded his janitor's uniform for a paramedic badge, this time with honor. Lily attended his graduation, holding the medal General Brooks had given him, engraved with the words, "Sometimes the smallest voice saves the greatest hero." In a world that measures people by titles, never forget, courage and compassion don't wear ranks. Sometimes, the person you overlook is the one who holds the answer, because heroes come in all uniforms.